Market was crashing this year in April, March and April. I said this could either play out like 2021 or it could play out like 2020. And it's playing out like 2020. 2020 is kind of repeating, right? What happened in 2020? Trump is in office. There's this liquidity crash caused by COVID, and market goes straight back to a new all-time high, and then there's a mega bull run above all-time high. And COVID, once it broke all-time high, it went another 40% higher. In February, March 2025, you can't make this up. Trump's also in office. There's a liquidity crash. It's triggered by tariff discussions, but these things just need to happen sometimes because there's so much leverage in the markets. And guess what? We're immediately back to new all-time highs. Why? What happened here was in the summer of 2020, there was stimulus. There was a lot of stimulus. This is when they started out giving stimulus checks. Well, the big beautiful bill is passing, which is massive stimulus. It's like 10% of all money is about to be printed off this bill, US dollars. So it appears to be repeating. Bitcoin is interesting because of where it is in the halving cycle, but I mean, similar thing where March 2020 there's a crash and then it recovered. Here, 2025 crash and it's recovered. It's just under new all-time highs, but it has already made a new all-time high since that crash. And what do you do about this? Well, I'm just trading a simple system. I'll put on a version of it that I don't really need to think too much about. Let's set the stop to 5, which is how I trade it for Bitcoin. And let's do it like this. Sure. So I just follow a simple system and it has me buying, right? And over here, it has me buying. It got out of pretty early on. It didn't buy back lower than it sold, but when you have massive leverage, it's really important because this prevented getting blowing the whole account. So same thing here. Now, essentially what the strategy is let me borrow US dollars. I'll pay it back later because we're trading with leverage. And I'm gonna buy Bitcoin, gold, and the stock market, and I'll pay it back when I make money. And you can limit how much you have to pay back if you lose money. That's what the stop loss is for. Because over time, they're printing more money. So not only do I want to hold real assets like gold, Bitcoin, the stock market, but I want to do it on leverage because that is just more borrowing power. Where now I owe dollars and I own Bitcoin, right? I mean, imagine a Bitcoin mortgage. You put $100,000 down, they give you 10 Bitcoin, and they say you owe us $90,000 to be repaid. Sorry, you owe $900,000 to be repaid over the next 30 years. Would you take that bet? I don't really like the contract arrangement, but I think it's going to be pretty easy to pay off. And that's the bet that MicroStrategy has been taking. Wow, looks pretty good. Um, yeah, that's the bet that MicroStrategy has been taking, is saying, hey, we're going to buy Bitcoin starting in here, and we're going to pay back dollars later. And one of the reasons why MicroStrategy at times actually has a premium over regular Bitcoin is because it's not just leveraged, but it becomes more leveraged over time. Over time, they're going to buy more and take out more debt and buy more. So it's a pretty simple system. It doesn't take very much time. And it saves me from, oh, is it going to be a big bear market or is it going to be a V recovery? I actually don't know. I didn't know that this would happen, but I've traded this system and it's worked really well. And I also don't know what's going to happen if it's going to turn into some kind of a bear market, but I do know I can just follow the system and live my life, go touch grass. So whether you want to save time in the markets or you have capital and you're not sure what to do with it and you want to um, prevent it from melting like an ice cube to inflation, then yeah, there's a link down below you can check out. So appreciate y'all and much love and happy trading.